Alright guys, welcome to my channel. Many people have asked what else do I do with my peppers besides hot sauce, pepper powder, and I made kimchi and all these other stuff. Today I'm going to make some beef jerky. And we're going to use Carolina Reapers with a combination of some of the other spices that I have to make sort of like a hot beef jerky that has great flavor. So the powder that I have already here is my lemon StarrBurst, and this is more of a mild but really great flavor, good tasting powder. Then I'm going to add some Reaper here to give it a much more extreme heat, because I made some beef jerky before and a few friends suggested that I make it a little bit hotter because some of them really like spicy, super spicy beef jerky. I did not grow these Reapers here. I did have a plant, but it didn't do too well, so I wasn't able to get enough. And these came from Jay. So if you guys want to order flat rate boxes like this, you can get it from Jay, and they're nice and fresh. And when they come to you, they look like this, just like you pick it off the plant. And I highly recommend that when you make anything with super hot peppers, get it from a source that you trust and that they grow it fresh. And you know, when they get it to you, it's gonna look just like this. So I will post all of the links and information to Jay's page, so you can go there and ask him about ordering some boxes like this. Anyway, so let's go ahead and wash this up, and then we're gonna slice it up into halves, and then we're going to dry them. Alright guys, after 10 hours at 145 degrees Fahrenheit, my peppers are ready. So they're nice and crispy right now. So what we need to do is put them into our blender, and we're gonna crush these into flakes, and then we're gonna crush a little amount of it into powder so that we can put it on to our beef jerky. Okay, now we're gonna grind this up, and as I mentioned, I'm gonna use some for flakes, and then I'm gonna use some for powder form for the beef jerky. See, just one little crush and you already get some flakes already. So just shake it up like that, so that the small pieces can fall to the bottom, and then just repeat the process. Okay, so that's my flakes right there. And then we're gonna put this into a jar, and then I'll scoop some out to make a powder form. Okay, now it's time to mix my special powder blend for my beef jerky. So I'm gonna use the Reaper that we just did here, and it's gonna go in with the combination of my lemon StarrBurst and then my scarlet rose. And be careful not to sniff this in, because it's gonna make you cough. There you go. This is my beef jerky blend. Alright guys, to make the beef jerky, what you're gonna need is some beef, and this is the round cut into small slices. When you buy this, make sure you get the type of meat that is lean with not a lot of fat, because the fat is a little harder to dry, and it spoils much quicker. So get the lean meat, any kind of round that you would like to use. This is 1.5 pounds. You're gonna need some soy sauce, some of this hard to pronounce sauce. You're gonna need some sugar, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and some water. So first, what we're gonna do is get some soy sauce into this bowl. So we're not gonna add the hot peppers yet because we're still tasting this. So if you add the super hot peppers, then it would be very painful to taste. So I recommend that would be the last step you do. I will list the ingredients again at the very end or in the description below. Once you taste it, add and adjust as you go. I like my jerky a little sweeter, so I would add more sugar than most people. So here's the blend that I mixed yesterday. This is the milder version. So because I'm making a mild jerky, I'm gonna put this on, and then for the spicier version, I'll show you what to do with that. So just add a little bit of this, because depending on who's eating this, you don't want to add too much. So it's just about a spoon of this. And that should give this sauce a little kick. And then if you want to make a spicier version, I will show you that once we start making the beef jerky. This is just for the sauce mix in here. Okay, and for the meat, I got the butcher to slice it in pieces like this, thin enough to my preference. So what we're gonna do is we're going to cut this into sizes that you would like your jerky to be, like so, right here. And then we're gonna put this into our sauce and let it marinate. So just drop it in there. All right, guys, I got everything all cut up and into the sauce here. So we're gonna mix it all in. And then what we're gonna do next is we're gonna put all of this into our Ziploc bag, and then we're gonna store this in our fridge. You can do it from 3 to 4 hours. You can do it overnight. It's up to you. So the longer you allow this to marinate, the more it will soak into the meat, so it will taste better. Okay, just allow all the air to escape, and then we're gonna zip this up. And then we're gonna put this into our refrigerator and allow it to marinate. I'm gonna do it overnight, but you can do it from 3 to 4 hours. That should be good enough. And then after it's nice and marinated, then we're gonna put it into our dryer, our dehydrator, and then we're gonna make beef jerky out of this. All right, the meat have soaked overnight inside my refrigerator, and now they're ready to be put into my dehydrator. So what we need to do is have something that can soak up the excess juice from the meat, because when you put it into your dehydrator, you want it kind of dry. So what I find that works really well is some paper towel here. And make sure you put something underneath, because the meat will seep through and it will get on your counter. And I find that newspaper works best, because we always get these sales ads and all that stuff. So that's a good way to use them. So here is what we're gonna do. So you're gonna take your meat here, and then just do like that. And then we're gonna put this onto our drying rack right here. Just like so. Okay, now once you placed all of the meat onto the tray and they fit nicely, do not let them overlap each other because that would cause problem with the drying. So make sure they're just nicely spaced apart without overlapping. And the last thing we're gonna do is we're going to give this a little more spice. So if you want it a mild version, you can just leave it as they are right now. You can also add some pepper if you like. So let's say if you want a little bit of a peppery flavor, then you would do this. Like that with black peppers. And for the super hot version, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the Reaper blend that we made yesterday. And then we're going to add this like this. And use your, make sure you have gloves. And spread them out nicely. Okay, there we have it. That is the super hot beef jerky. So now we're going to dry them. You don't have to use both sides to put the spices on because they're really hot just being on one side. So that should be enough. But if you want much hotter, then you just flip them over and add more. But for me, this is plenty. Most of the people I know can probably not handle this, so that should be good. And we are going to put the lid on, and then there's the presets here. So what you need to do is set it all the way to the beef jerky mode right there, which is 160. So then set that. And then plug it up, and then you're gonna wait for 3 hours. Check on it often to see how well the drying process is, because depending on how thick your cuts are, it may take longer, and if your cuts are thin, it may take from 3 to 5 hours. So check on it, and then test it and see how you like it, and then that should be it. So we shall be back. All right, guys, here it is 3 hours later. Let's take a look. Very nice, almost done. All right, guys, it has been 4.5 hours and our jerky is ready. Look at these beautiful strips of beef jerky. This is a super spicy one. That's my mild version right there. And I just tore up a piece here to try. See the texture there? Tastes amazing. Alright guys, that is pretty much it. That's how you make beef jerky, or that's really how I make it. So get the ingredients together, mix it yourself, try it out. And last note, I used regular soy sauce, so I added more water and sugar. If you choose to go with the low sodium soy sauce, you may need to adjust the water and the sugar and other ingredients. So that's it guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below, and thank you so much for watching.